think that she's more excited about us going live than we are. And I'm pretty darn excited about it, to be honest with you. Hi, guys.
Hi,
welcome to Friday Night Freestyle with the Goin Batty channel. We're so glad you are with us. We don't know who's out there, but we're so glad that that Katie's here. Katie is definitely here. We're gonna get together and let our ADD get the best of us and have some chat, hang out, talk. Hi, Living Like Claire. Hi, Isabel. How are you guys? I hope you're doing well tonight. This was one of those days where you just got to thank the Lord for the beauty and the cool weather. I have not been hot once today. It has just been wonderful. Hi, Allison Butler. Hi, Virginia Gibson. Hi, everybody. Hi, everybody. Hi, everybody. This is just so exciting. I'm so glad y'all are here. And we're gonna do a few things kind of out of our normal thing. We're gonna greet people and say hi to you all as you go. But we're also going to be doing a bunch of stuff on Facebook too. So people can join us on Facebook. So we can share with everybody what we're doing there too. So we know that some of you guys don't have Facebook or don't use Facebook. That's okay. What we have found though is that we do have a demographic that's been hanging out with us at Facebook, and so we're using our Goin Batty Thrive Facebook page to get the word out about what we're doing with Thrive. So tonight is going to be about Thrive, life freeze-dried food. We're going to do our best to explain the whole thing, whatever you need to know. Some of us will do. Sometimes we'll do a good job. Sometimes we'll do a bad job. But overall, we're gonna have a lot of fun because we're gonna have a lot of conversation, and we're gonna be watching the live stream to say hello to everybody. So let's go back to, let me see here. We've got Carrie is here. We've got Nona.
I said
Grace.
it wrong. I said Nora. Sorry about that.
Nona Grace.
Nona.
Denise Lytle.
Discovery is here.
Awesome. Melissa's here. Chicken Stamps, how are you? Maya. Melissa. Living Like Claire. Oh, again, we're so glad you're here. Who knows? Who knows?
Who knows?
Who knows? Hello, how are you? I've got to just say a special howdy do to everybody else. Florida Singularity. Hi there, Living on a Dime mentioned you all. Oh, that was nice of them. And I've been watching some of your videos. Like you guys. Well, thank you for joining us tonight. We're going to have just okay, so love that you pronounce Nonagra. Correct, thank you. Nonya. All right.
Nonya.
Hi, Discovery. How are you? Hey, Discovery, do me a favor. Have Coco Noel private message us your guys' mailing address at info.goinbatty@gmail.com, because we have a prize to send you from our live stream on Wednesday. That she won. So I wanted to make sure you guys didn't miss out. If she did that, have her do it again because it got lost in the shuffle. I don't remember.
It's floating around in cyberspace.
It's out there in cyberspace. There is a peanut gallery. She's very excited that we're live right now. It's just something fun. Pronounce Allison Butler. Done. Got it. That was it. Perfect. Miss Hoffman, how are ya? It's so good to see ya. Be in and out, putting kiddos to bed. Glad you're on. Well, we're not going to stay on any longer than 3 hours tonight. I promise. No, I'm just kidding.
We're gonna be ordering soap from you soon.
Yes,
so
gotta have some soap.
Actually, it's my mom's turn around to order the soap this time, so she's gonna be ordering it. But yeah, so
soap is good.
Ordering soap from you.
Yeah. So, I'm talking good tonight, aren't I? It's a good start.
Trouble with the we're talking things.
I am. I'll tell you, we had a big day today. It was awesome. We spent some time out. Okay, Heather has been working hard on homeschool grant stuff, and she's just kicking butt with it. She's getting it all figured out. She's been working on all of the homeschool stuff for us to get a grant.
Which was mind-numbing because they sent me the wrong form. I couldn't fill the form out right. It kept like auto-correcting it, and it would put like my name and address in all the lines where there was a name and address, but I have to have a reference, so I couldn't fill in the reference name and address and everything. It kept putting mine in there, and then about 3 o'clock, they emailed me the real form that I was supposed to use, and so it's working out better now.
That's good.
I was like, oh, this is so frustrating. So.
We spent time out redoing our rabbit cages. Our rabbit cages were a little bit dirty, a lot of it dirty, and they were pretty scrunched.
I'm sorry, who knows? You can go ahead and mail those to our P.O. box. That would be great. I would love to have, because I mean, I'm not a super fantastic crocheter. I know how to do some of the basic stuff. And
well,
I know
she's
how to
saying because we're gonna move.
Well, yeah, but still, I mean, it's okay. We can.
We're not gonna change our P.O. box until we get settled up in Dayton, and then we'll figure out what we're gonna do with the P.O. box, whether we're gonna keep it where it is.
So thank you. That was very nice of you to think of me.
And Chicken Sam's, we got a note from you. Thank you for that. And a couple others. Jonathan from Hoffman Family Homestead, how are you? Good to see you. So tonight, what we would like to do is we'd like to bounce around a little bit, but we'd like to talk a little bit about some of the new things. I know that you probably tuned in to hear a lot of different things from us. We don't want to inundate you with the Thrive Life food, but there's some opportunity here for us to kind of go over some things together. And so I wanted to give you guys a chance. If you had any questions about the website, about the new stuff that they're doing, I probably don't have all the answers, and I'm new at this too, so we'll discover it together. But everything on a Friday night freestyle is game. You can ask any question, we can talk about any topic, and I am totally open to it because it's a freestyle. There's no set plan. It's whatever we want to talk about, and I love that.
I'm sorry.
Hi.
I'm trying to read.
We're back.
I'm working on a hat, and I have to finish up the bottom of it because right now it's just a very lovely crown that absolutely doesn't work. So I don't like just stitching them closed. I think it looks weird. So I'm reading how to finish it up, and I'm not understanding it. So
that's very good.
That's why I'm silent right now. Sorry.
No, it's okay. I'm looking at our thing and just trying to figure out what I know and what I don't know because I don't know a lot, but. Anyway, hi Coco Noel, how are you?
We just told your husband you need to send us your address.
That's right.
Because you won a prize on our live stream
Wednesday night. Yep.
We can't mail it to you if we don't know your address.
And I don't think you sent us something, but if you did, it's out in cyberspace somewhere, and we have lost it. So please do it again. So Florida Singularity has a question. Let's go back. All right. I am a dormant Thrive Life consultant customer. Am I able to transfer to you to your downline? I believe you can. Let's email and talk via the email that we just gave out, info.goinbatty at gmail.com. But you actually can call the home office at Thrive Life. They have an 800 number there. You can call them and ask them how to do that, and it can just happen. You can also change, you can also navigate around the website to see if you can change it on your stuff, but I'm not sure really what if you'll be able to change downlines or not, but that's a great question for them. I wish I knew the answer to that, but when you find out the answer to that, let us know, because I'm not sure I know the answer to it. If anybody else trucking it up's here.
Yep.
I love that. All right, here we go. We've got a ton of questions. I love it. I love it. I love it. Game on, Howie. All right, that's not a question. Tim Beverly, you've got to ask questions. Heather, I have only made a few hats. Not good at all, LOL. Homestead the pioneering way.
Now, I'm pretty decent at hats. Just this one is a new pattern, and it's been a while because the last time I made hats was, about this time last year. So I could put them on the website. So I'm starting to do some. I had some extra yarn that I need to use up, and yeah, so I'm trying to do that. So I'm pretty decent at them as long as they're not super duper complicated.
Okay. So, Nona Grace, my new chickens are Leghorn Dad Rhode Island Moms. Is there a name for the mix? It is a Leg Island. I don't really know. I don't think I've ever seen that breed.
I think you're making crap up,
Kevin. I am. It's YouTube.
Okay.
Come on. I thought we were supposed to do that here.
If anyone else knows the answer to that question.
Leghorn and Rhode Island mix. I don't know, but I bet there are some pretty smart people out there that do.
I'm wondering if one of those is, like what was it? The Golden Comets or something like that, like those.
The production reds.
The production red chickens. Yep. I'm wondering if that's what those are, but I can't remember what those are mixed are.
In our experience, Leghorns are some of the skittish, craziest birds we've ever owned.
They are super flighty.
The Rhode Island Reds are beautiful birds. They're calm. The production reds, the red comets, are scary. Those things are dominant, and they're very much hey, what's going on? Russian kale, I'm just saying delish. It's a road horn. There you go. Claire knows what it is. It's a road horn. All right, so we've got a question for Heather. Heather, last year I did good selling beanies. Very easy and sold well, even here in Texas, who knows says.
Well, it's funny. I have family in Texas, and they came up here for a wedding, and it was like, I don't know, like it was just at about 80 degrees, and like I was kind of complaining like I was hot. Well, then again, there was 43 people in this house, so it was a little warm. But she was making fun of me because it was like 106 where she lived, and I said, yeah, but when it hits about, I don't know, 70 degrees, she's bundled up in a hoodie and gloves and a scarf and a hat. And so we have different opinions of what hot and cold are. I told her, I'm like, if it hits 50 degrees here, it's short weather. So everyone's in shorts. So yeah.
It feels awesome today. It's been a beautiful day. I'm cool. We got the windows open. It's a great temperature. We've got some things. First of all, Claire was being sarcastic about the name, but we can't tell because it's the internet and you're just typing. You have to give us that look. The Claire look. The other thing is she's finished packing. And the truck comes tomorrow.
Yeah, we get to help them.
The big family homestead is packing tomorrow, and we get to help. We get the privilege of hanging with them and loading the truck. I cannot wait.
Tim Beverly, we do not have any black sexlings chickens.
But we know a little bit about them. We've had some experiences with those, and with we're more experienced with the red sexlings. Both great birds, both high production egg layers.
The red ones they were mean. I had one that bit me in the butt every time I went into. I mean, she would jump up and bite me in the rear end every time I went to the run.
Our first or second group, when we first started, were wonderful. They were just wonderful. We have had 3-digit temps here for a few weeks.
Yeah, not fun.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
Well, I guess it depends on where you are, because in some places it's a drier heat, and I'm told it's not bad. But then when it's 115 degrees outside, hot is hot. And this Midwestern girl, I mean, I was in Dallas one time, and it was like 112, and it was so hot. And I just told my cousin, I'm like, I'm just gonna melt into a puddle of fat on your sidewalk. This is not cool. So
Nona, hearing Kevin stumble on your name has me singing that song now. I don't know. I just I'll try not to do that anymore. Here in Florida, when it gets cold, we snuggle up with an alligator to get warm.
Aren't those cold-blooded animals?
You have fun with that. That's very teethy. Very teethy. About how much would food cost be for about 4 chickens?
I would think you probably would do what, a bag of food maybe a month for 4 chickens?
I would, yeah, you've got a couple options, okay? The biggest thing that I would suggest is if you can keep your chickens, 4, simple 4, if you can feed them with a minimal amount of grain or chicken feed, do it. That means maybe a couple of cups out on the green a day. Let them scratch, let them peck, let them. Depends on if they're probably not free range, so you'll probably need to give them a little more feed because that'll be their primary nourishment. But I would say this: at Tractor Supply, near where we live, it's a $10 bag.
Yeah.
And it's huge.
Well, and the other thing too is that
it's 40 pounds of food.
They really like kitchen scraps too. The only thing they can't eat are onions, garlic. Well, they don't like them.
Potatoes.
And potatoes, like the skins of potatoes, avocados, and anything citrus. So what we let them do is we don't put that stuff. Well, the potatoes and the onions we put in our compost pile, but they scratch around them and they don't eat them.
Yep.
But we give them our table scraps too, and they'll eat anything. I mean, I've watched them clean a ham bone. I mean, they love it all. So you can supplement with stuff like that too. Yeah.
Absolutely. Here I go clicking this stuff again. I just need to stay off of it.
You need to pay attention.
I am. It's just there's so much to click. It's like there's so many buttons. You got to click all of them, or nothing good happens. I love the internet to a degree. What was a bad message?
It was for Allison Butler.
Okay. I have a lot of grasshoppers, etc. No free range due to coyotes.
They love grasshoppers.
They dig grasshoppers now.
And
they
mice,
just dig
and
it.
moles,
Oh my gosh.
Frogs.
Our rooster for the first year of his life did broccoli, lettuce, cucumbers, vegetables, and then also certain types of meat. By the way, chickens love chicken.
Yeah.
So if you have leftover chicken on your table, throw the bones, throw everything in there. Chickens are the pigs of the chicken world. They will eat anything. They will devour it. The bones will not even be left. I mean, they just eat everything. Yeah, cat lover, we're here. We're doing a Friday night freestyle. This is one of the things that we do. We can't do them every Friday night, but we feel like sometimes, we've got to do that. I would use as much table scraps as you can. If you have a family, if you have families across the street, if you have people that would be willing to save their table scraps, which kind of sounds gross, I know, but that's free food. I mean, that's free food for your chickens, and you're going to benefit from the eggs. So as long as it's something that you feel is sanitary, giddy up and do it. Chickens eat chickens. That Florida singularity, that is true. Chickens love and have eaten chickens. We had a situation.
Oh, don't tell this is awful. Awful.
We had a situation where we had an attack on our chicken coop, and something came in and wiped out almost all of our chickens. Well, they didn't get everything, and so the other chickens that were left hollowed out one of the other chickens. It was really, really brutal, and we shunned them for a good week. I mean, it was just like, oh.
We had one that had half of its face missing too.
Yeah,
it was. Don't tell that.
Yeah, we got to keep it. We got to keep it real. But the truth is that chickens will eat anything, and so when you put it out there. They won't eat anything, but they're smart enough to dodge the onions. They're smart enough to dodge the things that it's like God is just ingrained in them this knowledge of I can't eat potatoes, don't eat potatoes. But here's the thing, I've seen them eat French fries. I've seen them eat McDonald's French fries. It's not good for them. I don't recommend it, but I've seen them do it. So anyway, chickens don't care where their food comes from. No, they do not. Yep. And they are, and the healthier stuff you can give them, the better. But here's the thing: we have discovered that we have been throwing away too much leftovers. We've made stuff the kids have eaten like kings, and it's going bad. Not Goin Batty. but going bad. Are you having issues, dear?
I'm having issues. My stitch was too tight and I couldn't get my crochet hook in.
You saw it live here, folks. It was amazing.
I don't need your sarcasm.
They do eat mashed potatoes. That is that.
I think it's the potato skins they're not supposed to have.
Yeah.
When they're green.
Yeah. There's probably a laundry list.
People aren't technically supposed to eat green potato skins either, but
we do.
So.
Yeah. So anyway, we found ourselves throwing away too much food, and so that's why we got. That's one of the reasons why we started looking into Thrive Life, and started doing that. And we've got some stuff to talk about with Thrive Life. Heather made one of our favorite. It's a new favorite.
Yes.
It's a new favorite. Beef stroganoff. Kate, would you go get a small plate of it so we can show everybody what the beef stroganoff looks like? Yes. This is a Thrive Life dish, and Heather can tell you everything that went into it. Chickens. We're saving chicken snacks for 2 different families. The chickens purr. Oh, they do. Stay calm and crochet on. Stay calm and crochet on. LOL. Yes, that's awesome. I think if you got people who own chickens around you saving chicken fun stuff, snacks, that's a great idea. It's smart. It's a big help. Watermelon rinds, honeydew rinds, all kinds of stuff.
Squash, because it helps deworm them.
Oh, they love zucchini. Here, check this out.
It's in my
all right,
face.
so Heather made that tonight. That was dinner for us. And if you look in there, it has got some awesome.
It still smells really good.
It really does. Here, let's get it up here so they can see it.
Okay.
That tastes really good too.
That's very unkind for you to eat in front of them when they can't taste it.
I know, but I want them to see it. I don't know if you can see it very well, but
that's a chunk of beef.
That is a chunk of beef. This thing is Thrive Life beef, and guess what it tastes like? It tastes just like
beef.
Beef. You know why? Because it is. And it tastes delicious. It's been freeze dried. Heather rehydrated it, cooked it in this incredible meal that you see in front of you, and boom, look at that. It's a meal tonight.
I didn't do Cookie Friday because I was busy working on the stuff for the homeschool curriculum grant that I'm trying to get. So that's why there was no Cookie Friday.
Chicken.
So.
If you guys are interested in Thrive Life, let me know. There were some folks that were having trouble navigating the website because they've changed the website. They've upgraded it. They've made it new to accommodate some of the new products that they're putting out. Please feel free to ask us. We'll address that tonight best that we can, and we can show you around the new website. What curriculum are you doing, Mom?
Last year I did Easy Peasy All-in-One Homeschooling, and this year I'm looking into the Sunlight curriculum. Yeah. So it's one of the, it's the one that I've always looked at and gone, gosh, I really wish we could afford that because it's kind of expensive. But if I can get this grant, then at least some of it will be paid for and we won't have to foot the whole bill. And then that way I don't have to go back. Because the problem is that I have to buy curriculum for all 4 kids. And that's expensive. So next year I would only have to buy it for 2, which would be Katie and Miles, because there's a year. Katie is in 8th grade, Max is in 7th grade, Jack is in 6th grade, and then Miles is in 4th grade. So there would be a gap for the 5th grade, and then I'd have to buy for Katie. But then after that, I would just pass the curriculum down to each kid. So it becomes less expensive that way. But that initial startup in buying curriculum is just
So we do see your questions coming through. We're just giving everybody time to answer. So we're going to move on to the next question. The next question is, what is Cookie Friday? From Melissa Green. Melissa, if you have time, check out one of our playlists called Cookie Friday. Every Friday when our kids were young, Heather would do cookies. And because Friday is typically my day off, Thursday, Friday, Saturday is kind of my weekend, and then I work on Sunday through Thursday. Cookie Friday was kind of a treat for the kids when they got home from school.
Yeah.
Well, now that they're homeschooled, they had petitioned the Goin Batty Republic to see if they can have Cookie Friday on a regular basis. So Heather, when she comes up with cookie recipes, will put them on videos, and you'll get to see an actual Cookie Friday live, or at least on video.
I don't do a whole lot of live videos because I'm not comfortable.
We're not there
doing
yet.
That.
We're not there yet.
But our Cookie Fridays, we've done the man catcher cookies. We did blueberry pie cookies. We've done brookies, which are brownies and cookies together for those undecisive days.
Yep.
I'm thinking about doing like either snickerdoodles or shortbread cookies, because I like both of those, so that might be what I do next. But there's somebody had another question.
Yeah, here we go.
Am I teaching cursive?
No, we got questions before that. I have a bunch of questions I got to answer before we get to that one.
Okay.
What do you use for litter in the coop? I read not to use cedar wood chips. We use pine wood chips. That's what we use. I think it dampens the smell. We have to change them about once a week when we have only 5 birds. But right now, we use grass because they're sitting right over the grass, pooping right onto the grass, mixing it all in there and getting it all mixed up as they go.
We have some friends, though, the Resistance Chicks. They use pine needles, and they do the deep litter method where they clean it out like twice a year, and then they just move it all into their compost. And that works really well for them. So if you have a lot of pine trees in your yard, you can rake up the pine needles and use it, and that it keeps the smell. The pine. I think the pine needles keep the smell down way better than the wood chips do.
Absolutely.
So yeah, we just don't have pine trees around.
I think we like the wood chips. I like the pine wood chips because I think they're easier to manage than the pine needles, but both work. I prefer the wood chips, so that's what we do for the litter for the chickens. Florida Singularity, this is the Thrive Life beef that you were talking about. Yes, that's what we used for dinner tonight, and you guys can find that on goinbatty.thrivelife.com. You can pick some of that up. It is fantastic. Price per serving is very comparable to what you'd get at the store. It's just you're buying in bulk when you buy it in a can like this, okay?
And I made a very important discovery that with the beef, you need to, like, I found some recipes where they said just kind of throw it in the pot and go. The beef you have to rehydrate. You have to
take time. It's about 15 minutes, right?
Yeah, I did it for 20.
Yep.
But that was just because I forgot about it. So, but you know, that was one of the ones that was something I had to learn, but it turned out fantastic.
Yep.
So I was pretty happy with it.
Heather, are you teaching cursive?
Yes, I am.
And tell them why.
Because we have a son who we were told he's dyslexic.
He's creative. He's intelligent. He's he's an incredible carpenter. He's an artist.
I hate those labels.
Yeah.
Because I feel like it gets stuck on you. And the fact is he is creative. He just learns differently. But one of the things that I was told is for kids like him, and his younger brother shows some of the same tendencies that he has when it comes to writing. I had an aunt who she works with kids with dyslexia and dyslexic tendencies, and she says, and she's a public school teacher. She said them taking cursive out of school was the worst thing that they could have ever done for these kids, because when you are writing in cursive, you cannot write letters backwards, because the next one has to connect to the one after that. So yes, I am teaching my kids cursive. My oldest son, his printing is much better this year, but at one point it was like really hard to read. But his cursive handwriting is beautiful. I mean, it is actually beautiful. So so I teach them cursive. So
Homesteading the Pioneer Way says I use straw or hay. It keeps the smell down for their chickens. I think that's wise. And then also, Coco Noel is asking, Heather, have you ever looked into the far above rubies for Katie? Based on the Proverbs 31 woman, we were impressed with so much of it, and it looks like they still have it.
I have not. I've actually never heard of that. Could you possibly, when you send your address, could you send me a link to that? Because I would like to look into that.
Yep.
I did tell Kevin, I was like, the other day we were sitting at the table and boys are boys and they do boy things. And I'm like, okay, we need a curriculum on manners.
Yep.
Like, you don't talk with your mouth full.
Yep.
You don't burp at the table. You know, all those kind of things. So.
We have heard, we have every year, and starting last year, so I guess it's not every year, but starting last year, me and the guys, me and my 3 boys, we go on a retreat the weekend of Thanksgiving. And we have guys' time. And this year we covered the birds and the bees. Well, it looks like what we got to go to next is we got to cover like chivalry. And we have to cover politeness and how to set a table correctly, how to pull a chair out for a lady, how to talk to a lady, how to treat a lady like a lady, even if they don't want it, even if they shun you and say, "How dare!" I've opened doors for women walking into the store and been blasted by them. How dare you open that door for me? I can open my own. I get it. You are independent. I get it, but I'm still gonna try because I was taught to respect women, and I'm going to teach my boys to do it too. And there's no disrespect.
I've had to tell my daughter, I said, it's not, they know you can open your own door. They know that you can open your own car door. They know all of that. But what it is teaching them to think of somebody before themselves. Mm-hmm. And I said, and it's okay. It's okay for you to be treated like a lady. You're not helpless. You're not all this stuff, but you are different, and because God made you that way, and He made you that way with a purpose. So what was it, Florida Singularity? He said Miss Heather's School for Social Graces and Refinement. That's what we should call it.
Absolutely.
So, yeah.
Are we I just feel like that's something that my boys need to learn, and we'll spend the weekend doing guy stuff too. We'll watch a movie, we'll burp, we'll eat bad food. And we had burgers. We had 8-ounce burgers. I mean, it was a true 8-ounce with 90% beef in it. Oh man, these burgers were amazing. They were huge. They tasted phenomenal. And I just thought it was...
He said phenomenal again.
Anytime I say phenomenal or check this out, y'all need to drink some iced tea. But yeah,
because we don't actually drink drinks, so it's not nearly, I guess, as fun as other drinking games. But so.
Yeah, there you go. So anyway, yeah, we go and we have guys' time, and we're gonna do it again this Thanksgiving too, because I think it gives us an opportunity to bond together as son and father and all that stuff.
That's right, cat lover. Men are men and women are women, and they're very different, and God has a purpose and a plan for all of us. And it's, one is not better than the other. We're just different than each other, and there are things that, I don't know, I'm a firm believer in not demasculating my sons. I'm going to let them be boys. They're outside right now playing with the neighbor boys, and I'm pretty sure they're probably hitting each other with sticks.
Legos.
So, lots of Legos.
All about the Legos.
Lots of building, lots of running through the yard, lots of just being what a boy is meant to be. And that was one of those things when we started homeschooling that I look at it and I'm like, I almost feel like public school is geared more towards girls.
Yep.
Because my daughter could sit and read a book all day long. My boys will have none of that. I mean, they need to get up, they need to move, they need to be physical, they need to do things, and a classroom is not set up for that. So,
no, it is not.
So we let them embrace all of their boyness, and I know they're happy when they come in and they're just absolutely filthy.
Preemie Moms of Twins is here. Nancy Briggs is here. Elma Kitchens is here. That's awesome. Hi guys. I'm sure I missed even more, didn't I? Wired to be retired is here. So yeah, thanks guys. Keep those questions coming. Please put them in all caps so we can see them. These old eyes are getting tired.
And they come really fast sometimes.
They do come really fast. I've got to scroll back and read some other things. Hi Angie's Pantry, how are you? And And yes, you're right. They do want to dope them up, and we were not going to do that.
Yeah, we told them
the doctors, even Max's kindergarten teacher suggested it when we were.
Can I tell this story?
Crazy.
So here he is, Max kindergarten. He would have been 5 years old, going almost 6, because he was a late baby. She looked at me. Well, no, it wasn't her kindergarten. It was her first grade teacher, because his kindergarten teacher was really sweet and we loved her. But his first grade teacher, so that means he was 7. She looked at me and she said, he struggles with focusing. You need to take him to the doctor and have him medicated so I can teach him. That was the last parent-teacher conference I went to, because I nearly crawled up her rear end and stayed there. Because I'm like, oh no. You need to learn how to teach my son. I'm not going to medicate a 7-year-old because you feel like he won't sit still, because he's not made to sit still, because he's a 7-year-old boy. So that's right. Now I'm off my soapbox. I can.
Preemie Mom to Twin says, Heather, I have had a hard time letting my son be a boy, but now when he hurts himself, all I ask him anymore is, are you bleeding bad? And leave it at that.
Is there a bone sticking out? Are you missing an eye? That's what we ask.
Yeah. So. And you know, the only time we medicate our kids, and this is for real, is Benadryl. If we need to take care of an allergic reaction to a bee sting,
and when they
ibuprofen maybe.
Yeah, ibuprofen. Well,
Miles gets migraines.
Yeah.
And he hasn't had one in a while, has he?
No, I think he's kind of outgrowing them, but
maybe. I don't know.
So we actually, for him, what worked best more than anything else was getting him in like a warm shower, because it would help open up his blood vessels.
Yep.
That's what we found, for at least for him. That's what worked the best. So yeah.
We are getting some great feedback. You guys keep chatting on the front. We do want to keep moving with all of our freestyliness. There's some more chicken stuff that we could talk about. There's definitely some rabbit questions that we had. And so Heather took the liberty of giving our rabbit a bath today. Heather, how did that go?
Actually, it didn't go too bad. At first, she was like completely freaked out because we haven't held her enough, but it was one of our white ones, and the poor thing, she's been peed on by the male rabbit next to her. So now we know we have to put a barrier in between the male rabbit and the female rabbit.
And we did that.
But I washed her, and she's still kind of staying yellow, but at least she doesn't smell like pee-pee anymore.
That's right.
And I even blew her dry. So I took the blow dryer to her, and at first her eyes were like, oh my gosh, and then she was like, this isn't so bad. So.
Yeah, it's funny, you know, all the kids and I and Heather held rabbits today. That was our primary thing. Yeah. Even though we did a lot of work on their cages because we wanted them to have more room and a little safe hiding place to go into, but we felt like we needed to get out there once a day and hold them, just even if they fight us. So we put towels on us so they wouldn't scratch us, and they did great today. The rabbits are a lot more friendly. I've noticed that the rabbits are more friendly when there's certain rabbits that love to be held. There's certain rabbits that do not. And we've got one dude. He's a gray. I think he's a lop.
He's part lop. He's
a
bigger rabbit. He's bigger.
Yeah, he's a meat rabbit actually. But I can't kill a bunny. Anyway,
we're not that hungry yet.
We're not that hungry yet because we have Thrive Life food. But anyway, I just think he's better when you just pet him, like between the ears. Don't pick him up. He's like our cat. He loves to be petted. Don't touch him. Yeah, that's kind of how he feels. Yeah. He's like, just don't do it. So anyway, Nancy Briggs, I had an allergic reaction to a wasp sting. And where I got stung, I got cellulitis. Only one more day of Bactrim to take. Well, Katie was walking out in the yard and stepped on a bee, and it stung her, and she got a welt on her foot, the bottom of her foot, that big. It grew to that, itched like heck for a couple of days, and now it's going back down. But my goodness. Claire, thanks for putting up our Thrive Life link. Guys, if you want to go to Thrive Life and check out the website, if you have any questions, tonight is the night to do it. Here's the thing. I'm not gonna tackle explaining a lot of the new stuff. They have Simple Plate, which is a cool program. And here's what I love about it. It's fast. It's simple. You guys can check that out. There are some videos from Tiny House Prepper that explains it much better than I can. And so I would love for you guys to go check out his videos. And if you feel led to get involved in it, by all means, come back to the Goin Batty, ThriveLife.com. We are gonna talk about the simplest stuff, like how you can sign up for deliveries and get free shipping. There are deals there.
Straw Family Farms.
What? Who's here?
Straw Family Farm.
Straw Family Farm.
Yes.
Yep. And there's some other deals that are going on that are just awesome, like the grocery box. There's a couple of things that we can answer tonight. But for full explanations, we're going to need to learn a little bit more, and I don't want to put misinformation out there. But here's how simple it is. If you want to get involved, go to the website. It's very comprehensive. It explains a lot, and if you have questions as we're chatting here, by all means, go ahead and check them out and throw us some questions, and we'll see how we can do. Do you have an open can of potato dices? I would love to see how they look.
Yeah.
We will find that. But first,
preemie mom of twins. I just want to let you know, I saw here where you said you had no choice but to medicate your child. I understand that there are some cases where that is. I mean, I had a nephew that he needed it, but
thank you.
I think for my son it was a different story because he didn't have his was just. He was just a boy. So I understand that. I think somebody who medicates their kids is a bad person, because I do know that there are times where that is needed. And as a mom, you have to do what's best for your daughter. So there you go.
Yeah, and I by no means did we mean to offend. That wasn't it at all. We're talking about our situation and the presuppositions that a teacher made without having any diagnosis.
Yeah.
And that really is really concerning. You know what I mean? Yeah. So anyway, the Thrive Life potatoes. Are you ready? We have them right here. We use them all the time. And they taste so delicious, but check this out. I don't know if you're going to be able to see it real well. I'm going to hold it up to the can. Uh-oh, we got a very bad connection. Right. Guys, we're going to keep going, so if it's buffering really bad, I'm sorry.
Right. So if you can see that, that's what they look like. They're little tiny, but they rehydrate really well. I actually used it in my breakfast casserole that I make. So, and it works out really well.
Yeah, keep with us, guys. If you need to refresh, our signal is going through a cellular signal. We're not going through Wi-Fi right now because our Wi-Fi channel gets used up a lot, and it's just easier to go through a cellular signal. And we have a plan where we have a free deal, so we can use a lot of whatever. So I apologize for the
don't do that.
Buffering. Preemie Mom to Twin says, I truly believe it's a teacher's being lazy and not wanting to teach to the child. Yeah. We tried and it was a last resort. I totally dig. Florida Singularity, they look nice. Comparing them to the Provident Pantry ones I have, Thrive looks a bit more natural, and it is. Here's the thing. What I love about using Thrive Life food is that when you look at the ingredients, it's simply potatoes. It is simply beef. Now, I will tell you this: there's salt in there, but it tastes everything it has. I can't show it to you that good, but there you go. Yeah, I got some questions about the ground beef, and let me tell you, our taco night has improved immensely. It was good before, but it has really gotten good with the Thrive Life beef.
Because I don't have to spend forever grounding. I mean, do you know how much taco night meat I have to make for this family? Like, taco night is like the favorite night of the week, and I could brown up probably 6 pounds of ground beef, and it will all be gone. So And that's a lot of draining hamburger meat, and it made my life a lot easier. So.
Yeah, I think that the benefits of doing the freeze dried thing is that it's a little different than dehydrated, but it definitely keeps that nutritional value there. When we talk about the nutrients that are in vegetables, they've got freeze-dried peppers, they've got freeze-dried green beans, they've got freeze-dried tomatoes,
broccoli.
When they're broccoli, cauliflower, mushrooms, asparagus. When they freeze dry them, guys, all of that stuff stays in there. You just add water to it, and it becomes the vegetable or the meat or whatever it was before it got freeze dried.
Yeah.
And so I just want to encourage you guys that this isn't Frankenfood where they've added a bunch of preservatives. If there is an additive in there, I bet you 9 times out of 10 you're going to be able to pronounce it. And I rarely have I ran into where there is an additive. It's non-GMO. There are gluten-free products. The Simple Plate that's coming out, where you basically you can get a serving of 2, or you can get a serving of 4. And if you get a serving of 4, it's basically $8 a serving. Now let's unpack that for a minute. $8 a serving. How much are you paying at Chipotle? Last time I went to Chipotle for a burrito and a drink, it was $11. Last time I went to McAllister's, same thing. Let's go down let's go back to McDonald's.
I mean, even McDonald's
it's
or
$7.
Wendy's, it's $7.
Right.
So yeah.
And so.
And that food can be scary sometimes. You never know where that comes from.
Exactly. They are doing a meal plan where if you join and you do 3 consecutive orders, you'll get to be on the simple.
Easy for you to say.
You're having problems with the word talking thing.
We're having technical difficulties with my mouth. They will put you on the plan, and you'll get free shipping. And what you can do if you want to just get on it is you can pay a one-time fee of $79, and you'll always get free shipping. Okay. Now, before you kind of turn your nose up, Amazon Prime has a monthly charge and a yearly charge. I think the yearly charge is $99 for free shipping, and that's every year you got to pay back. This is a one-time fee, and they're going to deliver it straight to your door. How is that not a win? That's a total win, because it's going to pay for itself over and over. They've solved the whole shipping issue. And by the way, Canada, if there are any of our Canadian friends that are watching this, you're included in that. And so there's a lot of benefits to getting involved in that. Yes, you do see a wild Max. He's right behind us somewhere.
Yes.
He just went into the thing.
I wanted to say something real quick.
Yes.
Allison Butler, that was an experience that we had with one teacher. We've had several teachers that were like you, where we had a teacher for Max that she understood him, she got him, and had we had a teacher like her all the time, I may not have been homeschooling. So just so that you know, that was that teacher, and we had one other one that just, and some circumstances around Max that made it so that public school wasn't a fit for us. So,
right.
But
right.
I guess
is Allison Butler a teacher?
She said she was, yeah.
Allison.
So
here's the thing, and I've had several conversations with educators as a youth pastor. Educators come to me often to talk about the youth that we minister to combined, and they oftentimes to ask, "Hey, what's the deal with the homeschooling? Why have you guys chosen to do that?" And it really fits our family and fits our season. It fits our belief system, and it has nothing to do with the jobs that the teachers are doing. Here's what it has everything to do with. It has everything to do with what we want our kids to get out of their education, and the teachers that are pouring their heart out to kids every day are not getting paid enough. I had an interview with a school system up north, And what they were offering for me in a salary was ridiculous, and it wasn't even worth considering. So what they're paying teachers and the job that you guys are doing is phenomenal. And don't hear what we're not saying. We are huge fans of the teachers. We have personal, and we can get into all of that. We can talk about why we do that.
Yeah.
We just want to. I guess we're trying too hard not to offend anybody, but the reality of it is that we have seen our kids navigate a culture that we don't agree with, and that culture has been shoved down our kids' throat, and we're just not going to go there. Who knows? Teachers are not always the problem. Often it's the atmosphere of how the other kids are raised. I agree with that. Who knows?
We had one boy that my son was riding his bike, and this was what caused another reason that caused us to pull our kids from school. He was riding his bike around the track because we lived right next door to the right next door to the school, and Katie was there. And this boy, who my son he had compassion for because this kid was just, nobody wanted to be his friend. And he took a stick and tried to stick it in the spokes in the wheel of my son's bike, the front tire, so that he would flip over and hurt himself. And that's what he said he wanted to do, was he wanted to flip him over and hurt at him so he could laugh at him.
Allison Butler would like us to read this last comment. I think it's disgusting that you are being charged to buy curriculum. I couldn't agree more. It is a pain. It is definitely a pain, but it is by all means a
Katie, try this on. I want to see if it fits right.
Having to buy curriculum is a part of being homeschooled, and it's an expensive part, to be honest with you. Yeah. There's a part of me that, we don't have a lot of money and we don't make a lot of money. And I kind of, when Heather and I first started doing this, we thought, wow, I don't know if we can really afford this because of the curriculum that's awesome. You got to come around and show everybody. That's just awesome. Yeah. This is what Heather just made. Katie's going to model it behind us here. With a lot of cheese. But I appreciate that, and
it's the beanie. I made the beanie. So
here's the other thing. Allison Butler and anybody else, there is free curriculum out there, and we use it. It's easy peasy curriculum, and we love it. We've used it for a long time. At least for however long, what feels like a long time. And so it's really a useful tool. Heather, is that yarn cake yarn?
Yarn cake? No, it is not. What was it? Shoot, I forget what it was. I got it. I made like a kind of like a shawl, or kind of like they call them blanket scarves now, but it kind of buttons, and you can either wear it to the side or in the front, or you could wear it like a cape if you wanted to be a superhero. But I had some left, and that is what I did with it, is I made a hat out of it. Yep. So, but it's not, I can't remember
Pamela Lopez says, want one.
Well, it's going to be on our Goin Batty store here in a few minutes. I got a couple of things that I got to put up there. So.
Okay, so Allison Butler, I'm shocked. You should not have to pay to buy curriculum. You have higher standard. I respect that. Hey, thanks, Allison Butler. We are grateful for you too.
It just kind of is what it is, and we understand that that's part of.
But here's the fun part too. When we use the easy peasy stuff, we get to choose what we teach.
Yeah.
And when the time is right, we teach it. So I took our kids to Gettysburg, and they had a history lesson. We were on winter break, but they still had it. We have an opportunity to teach them life skills in a way that's a little bit more freeing, and it definitely can be a struggle when math comes around, because I wrestle with that. But we've just had a great experience with this free curriculum, and in all of the ways that we can use our own creativity to add to it.
Yeah.
Okay, so back to the live stream. We've got some things to talk about. I just saw a dad riding a bike with his 2-year-old in a backpack. How sweet. Space Cat's here. Hi, Space Cat. How are you? Tina G is here. I would let you borrow the book, Katie, but it's... Oh, okay. All right. Where are we?
Wait,
there we go. So, what other things do we have to talk about? We have so many things to talk about. Where should we start?
I don't know. My brain's fried. I'm still thinking that I gotta get our tax stuff and a month's worth of paycheck stubs to mail in. So that's where my brain is right now.
All right, let's go back a little bit because we have some information about Thrive Life that was shared on the thing, and I missed it.
Oh, okay.
And so
Sorry.
I want to get back to chicken stamps. You'd said Tiny House Prepper said U.S. and Canada can qualify for free shipping. Alaska, Hawaii, and Puerto Rico can qualify for half-off shipping. That's exciting stuff. Then down here in the rest of it, it says, I just watched Tiny House Prepper's video and thought he said that it's only free shipping on orders over $100 on the freeze-dried products. Well, we'll get to the bottom of that, but one thing I do know is that on the Thrive Life page, they walk you through it step by step. I was just on there before we got here, and it explains everything. And so if you have questions about it, head to the website, do your research. Here's the thing. I think too many times people jump into stuff. We want you to do your homework. We've done ours, and that's why we're making a big deal out of it. That's why Heather's using it. That's why we incorporate it into our life, is because we agree with the things that we found.
Well, and we're learning as we go because they kind of change things. So we're
2 family homesteads here.
Yay!
All right.
So we're kind of learning because, like you said, they changed it with the shipping and stuff like that. So as we learn, we're going to share what we know with you guys out there.
That's right.
Yeah.
When you go to the website, if you click on My Deliveries, that used to be the queue. And so they've changed the rules around that monthly delivery. They've shifted some things so that you guys benefit. When you become a consultant, if you decide to start your own business and start selling Thrive Life and training others how to do it, because that's where we want to go. We want to build our own team. There's a couple of great people.
The breeze feels so good.
I know, it feels really good. Our windows are open and
it's cold from my point.
It's awesome.
You have a hat on, you're fine.
The Hoffman Family Homestead, they're a part of our team. There's a local lady that's a part of our team, and we want to grow our team so we can glean off of each other the Thrive Life experience. And so this is there are some great benefits to being in Thrive Life, and if you guys have questions about the website, I have it up on my laptop and we can talk about it.
Grandma Patty, that was one of those things where I used them today, the mushrooms, and I thought, gosh, it's so nice that, because I'll buy them and then within a few days, like when you open the package, they're like all slimy and gross.
Yep.
Like I love mushrooms, but we used them in the beef stroganoff tonight, and I'm like, it's so nice just to be able to grab a handful and dump them in there.
Yep.
So I didn't have to chop them up. I didn't have to. Yeah, they're good. Yeah.
Yeah, and it's funny. I'll be the first to tell you that when you cook, and I don't cook. There are times when you can't just throw it together. You need a recipe. Heather does a great job of cooking things, and she takes recipes and just runs with them. Some of us can't do that, and I definitely can't do that. And I know growing up, my mom couldn't do that. And I'll tell you, if Thrive Life had been around when we were kids, we would have eaten like kings. Busy moms with soccer practice, with running around after school. It's tough to get families fed. I'm telling you, this is the way to go. The other thing I wanted to say, this is important to me. I am about 25 pounds over the weight I need to be at to get a knee replacement. I'm supposed to lose 25 pounds so that I can have my knee replaced, and they can put the whole metal thing in there and it wiggle. I have full arthritis. All of the joints are gone. All of the stuff in between the joints is gone. And what I have found myself doing is snacking a lot and on unhealthy stuff. M&M's, Cheez-Its, leftover beef stroganoff, whatever it is.
Comment about that. Sorry, I'm reading something.
Are you all right?
No, somebody commented about the hat, and I missed it.
You could
comment
crochet
about that.
an
Who
easy
knows?
flower contrasting color attached to the hat with a button.
I do that. A lot of times. I don't have the.
Did you find it?
The thing, like, if you look at a lot of my hats that are on the website, they have a flower that goes on it. I love doing that. I put a little embellishment on it. So yeah, I need a. That's a different kind of yarn. That yarn's a little more silky feeling, I guess. Mm-hmm. So I don't like putting like an acrylic yarn on it or something like that. So
I've got two thoughts in my head, and this is where my ADD takes over.
Yes.
Who knows? I wanted to tell you and anybody else that's interested, I absolutely love silkies. Silky chickens are great chickens. They lay amazing eggs, and they are incredible mothers. They are gentle and they're teachable, and we loved every silky we've owned.
Yeah.
We had one back in Maryland that would perch right here on the chair right beside me and just sit there and watch and talk and just cluck away. And she was just one of my favorites. The other thing is the back to the Thrive Life food. I took to work a little Ziploc bag of the freeze-dried bananas. Bring him in. Bring him in. We found somebody that broke into the house, and we haven't met Walter yet. But this is Walter. Walter is scratchy bitey. He is not huggy feely. He's not fun. He would just rather not go through it. But yeah, this is our cat. This is Walter, and he is by no means allowed in the house. So
he's rather girthy.
And don't do that to his tummy. He doesn't like that. He hates it. Oh, he hates it.
And you're doing it while Mom's
holding it.
Yeah.
He can't scratch you.
But he's a calm enough cat where we can trim his cat nails. Believe it or not, we can trim his nails. Anyway, that's Walter. We better get him out of here so he doesn't break.
Here, let me take him.
Yeah.
Yeah, so he doesn't scratch.
Katie is the kitty queen.
Okay, kitty queen.
Hello there, buddy.
Yeah, so anyway,
you ate a mouse today.
Oh, that's right. He ate a mouse today, and she just kissed him on the face.
That is not on the Thrive Life menu, folks.
Oh, no.
Freeze-dried mice. No, we're not doing that. But here's the thing about the healthy side of things. I took a bag of the freeze-dried bananas. I like freeze-dried bananas. I like the strawberries. I like the apples.
Can I ask a question real quick? Pamela Lopez, are you asking about our Etsy store? Because we don't have one. We have a Goin Batty store. Kevin will put the...
No, Claire did.
Oh, Claire did. Okay. All right.
Yeah, so the
I'm sorry, it came by too fast, and I didn't. And I was holding a cat, and the big fluffy butt was in my face. So I
want a silky and a black and white speckled. Oh, for sure,
yes.
Yeah. I wish I could show you the Afghan I'm making for Brad and Krista. Oh, that's awesome.
Who's that?
That is Who Knows.
Oh, Who Knows? Okay.
And no, that was Premium Mom to Twins. My bad. Okay, yeah. So Pamela, what is your Etsy shop? We couldn't find it. We're not. Yeah, it's Goin Batty has its own site that Katie takes care of, by the way.
Yes.
Speaking of Goin Batty store, I have purchased waiting for me to get.
Next Wednesday. She purchased something.
Oh, okay. Waiting. She did. We didn't get a notification.
Or maybe she's waiting to purchase it.
She's waiting till Wednesday. Okay, yeah, well,
to get paid.
That's very cool. Well, we're excited about that.
I'm working on dish cloths right now, so I've got. That's my. Like I said, this is my version of a fidget spinner. It gives me something to do, and it's not nearly as annoying with that sound.
Yep. Florida Singularity. That's a great idea. I absolutely love banana pudding. And I love it with the little vanilla wafers. Oh man, it takes me back to my childhood. I love it. Is there any added sugar to their fruit? No.
And that was a big deal for us because when you look at dried fruit, especially like dried blueberries, dried cranberries, and stuff like that, they'll have either sugar or natural sweeteners, which is corn syrup.
Hey, Kate, I think the bananas are right over there. Can you grab
they
them?
don't have. They just like the bananas just have bananas in them. The blueberries are just blueberries. So that was really I really like that because that was one of those things. With my boys, it was like, okay, we need to cut down the intake of sugar so they're not like I don't have to peel them off the ceiling. And when I was looking at, okay, I'm not going to give them candies, chips, cookies, things like that. I'm going to give them dry fruit. Well, then I looked at the dried fruit and it has sugar in it. And I'm like, really?
Yeah. This is a good idea. I'm grinding some of the freeze-dried bananas into powder, and I put a tablespoon or 2 of powder into banana bread to boost the flavor. Ooh. I love banana bread. But here you go, guys. This is it. This is a freeze-dried banana right there. No.
Which is funny because Katie doesn't like regular bananas, but she loves these.
Or she doesn't like the other ones too, the ones you get at the store.
Yeah,
those dehydrated ones.
Banana chips.
Yeah,
the banana chips. I love banana chips. I love these more.
Yeah.
No.
Yep.
Claire loves bananas too. Didn't she eat? Hey, hold on, let me have some.
Oh, sorry.
She ate like one of these number 10 cans while she was gone. I think, what was it? You ate it in like a day or something?
Healthy snack. Doesn't cost a lot.
Hand over the healthy snack, please.
And you can use it in a lot of different contexts. And so I encourage you guys to check out those things. I am newly diabetic, and it's hard to find things to eat. Trucking it up.
She doesn't rehydrate them.
No,
she doesn't like regular bananas. She's never liked them. Even as a baby, she didn't like the texture of it. She's very texture sensitive.
Mountain Mama.
She doesn't like bananas, and she doesn't care for eggs. So, I haven't gotten her to eat the egg powder yet by itself, but I think that would be gross.
The egg powder is good as scrambled eggs, though.
Oh, yeah.
All right, so we have, I'm a newly diabetic, and it's hard to find things to eat. Well, trucking it up, here's the thing. All of our diets are difficult to control, but Thrive Life Food will help you because they have great recipes. They're not high in sugar unless you make them high in sugar. And there's a lot of natural ingredients. It's just what you want it to be.
It's very easy to read the ingredient list, too.
It is.
There's not, I mean, you're not, because I know, like, my grandfather was diabetic, and I have, actually, my mom is the only one on her side of the family that doesn't wrestle with their blood sugar. Mm-hmm. And, like, you have to be vigilant about reading those labels. And because sometimes it's hidden and it's labeled as something else, but it's actually sugar or corn syrup or something like that that's a sweetener that you can't have.
You know what's an amazing snack from Thrive Life, though?
What?
They were talking about it on the live stream. Corn. Corn, the sweet corn. It's awesome. It just tastes wonderful.
Yeah, was it Hope over at the Big Family Homestead? She eats that by handfuls. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Oh.
And there's other things that you guys can enjoy, and would encourage you guys to keep checking out all the options. The mushrooms, after reconstituted, they had been slightly cooked but very fresh tasting. Mm-hmm. Someone had a question about were the mushrooms hinky?
Yeah, no,
they weren't wonky at all.
They're not like the canned mushrooms where they're like eating erasers.
That's right. That's right.
But they are. It's almost like they've been slightly cooked. But Isabel asked me something. Heather, do you do the
crochet stitch?
No, I have no clue what that is.
Isabel, teach us. Show us where to go. I know you can't do a link, but maybe there's you could email it to us at info.goinbatty@gmail.com.
Space Cat, you can take it on the road. In fact, our next road trip that we're going to do, I'm going to take the fruit and I'm going to mix it all up in little baggies, and I'm going to give usually what we do is each kid has their own snack. And usually, like, when you're on the road, it's like, okay, you're stopped at a gas station, you pick up that $5 bag of chips or something, and they're drinking pop and everything, and like, I don't want that for my kids. There's just so much better stuff out there, and fruit takes up a lot of space. And this is what my boys do: they'll peel an orange and then they'll put it in their little cubby in the back and then close the lid down, and we won't find it for like months and months, which is really gross.
That's gross, yeah.
So this way, it doesn't do that. So, but yeah, you can use it as snack stuff. I want to try it as, putting them together in jars and for when you go camping. So we probably won't do any camping real soon because we're gonna be moving. But I mean, I think that would be a good thing to do. So yeah.
Well, Rural Homesteader, you got to go and have Bible time with the kids, and we would be upset if you didn't leave to go do that. By the way, there's some stuff coming up I need to tell you about that. It's just flooring me how God's doing things. Tomorrow at 10:30, we will be back on our regular schedule. I'll be doing my devotion at 10:30. But as you guys know, Big Family Homestead is going to be away from. Okay, behind the scenes, there's
Girl,
this
you
giant...
better share those with me, or I'm going to come over there and get you. So.
Thank you, Pamela Lopez. But anyway,
hand me the can.
Big Family Homestead is going to be moving, and they're going to be without... we're just trying to do a show here, folks. Sorry. No big deal. They're going to be without internet for a while. And so Brad has asked me if I would do the daily devotion while they got set up, and it might be a week or so, and just do regular devotions every day. The only day that I can't do it at 10:30 is Monday. And so I'm going to be doing daily devotions every day next week, except for Sunday. Y'all need to get to church. And we're going to just, Monday, it'll probably be early, like real early, like 7 o'clock early. And if you're on your way to work, you'll be able to hear it. But we're going to go ahead and fill in for Brad and his devotional and see how we do. We absolutely... I'm floored that he would even ask, and I'm grateful that he would ask, and we're gonna try to honor them with doing the Devo.
I have a question. No, we haven't tried like Freezy Pops with our kids, but they have done smoothies with it.
Yes.
So yeah.
The smoothies are awesome.
Yeah, they're a lot less noisy too, because when they put frozen fruit with the ice in the blender, and it's like, and I'm like, oh my gosh.
Yeah.
So it's a lot less noisy. It's much quieter.
Yep. Yeah, that's. Oh man, that's a bummer. Okay. Yes, that is at 10:30 a.m. Thank you so much for doing that, Mr. Kevin. Oh, stop. It's my pleasure. If you like flavors,
she is hogging the food. She's hogging all the... Well, I got a whole pile of banana chips right here, but she's holding the can like it's her best friend.
Yeah. And, you know, it's funny. I took a little Ziploc baggie full of those things, and I still have plenty to munch on when I go back.
Yes, Coco Noel, if you want to mail your old curriculum books to us, I would love to give them a new home.
Yes, yeah, absolutely.
We totally would take that.
Absolutely. That would be amazing. That would be out of there. Oh, yeah, but, yeah. Yep. We're just reading through all these things.
Okay,
we're reading through all these things. So yeah, there's a couple of things that are going on in the Goin Batty world as far as devos and stuff. So I'm pretty excited about that. Our fall is getting ready to explode with all the things that we have to do, and so this is an important prep time for us to get ready and to kind of just prepare all of the things that we have to have ready for the fall. It's going to be amazing.
Cat lover, that's a nice compliment. She said, Katie, I was watching a video of mom cooking, and I realized how lucky you are. You will look amazing in 30 years. So
that's funny. Can church groups sell Thrive Life to help the youth group? I don't know how they work that out with fundraising. I'm not sure how that goes back, but I would say that's probably not fundraising is not an option at this time. But there is something to be said for looking into that. So thank you for bringing that up, Space Cat. I do not know the answer to that question, but we will find out.
You can't take it to the bathroom.
I wasn't taking it to the bathroom.
You can't take it to your room either.
Hey, man.
Trouble with the chat connection.
What happened?
Something bad just happened.
You went away.
I went away, but I'm here.
Okay.
I don't know what just happened. That was really weird. Something's going on with my...
Okay, is it plugged into the wall?
Yeah. I've got it.
Wait, hold on.
The internet just died.
There you go.
Okay.
For this, but not that. So that's going.
All right.
And this thing is being redonkulous.
Okay.
Absolutely
Good night, Claire. We'll see you tomorrow.
Bye, Claire.
Yeah, bye, Claire.
Help you to pack up all your stuff.
And things with the things and the stuff.
Yeah.
Oh, good. I'm glad you guys still see us because my little computer just kind of wigged out on me there for a second. It's had all kinds of issues. The funniest thing happened.
All in Spanish a little while ago.
downloaded the they downloaded all of the stuff I needed for my job. They downloaded all of the Microsoft Office. It's in a different language. It's not Spanish. It's who knows what.
Portuguese.
It's something. It's crazy.
Yes, Sherry. These are the banana chips that I'm eating.
Chips you're eating as fast as you can. Mm-hmm. Yes, absolutely.
Because she'll take them from me if I don't eat them.
Yes, absolutely. So anyway, there's some good stuff going on. Yeah, I'm sorry. I got distracted. We got poor connection going on. We got poor connection here. Guys, we've had a pleasure hanging out. I would like to encourage you guys that if you would, I don't know if you have it or not, but I'm going to throw this out at you anyway. Now YouTube wants me to change my name once more. Oh, jeez. That's annoying.
You just changed your name.
That's crazy. Heather, I see a shirt that says, I'm not talking to myself, I'm a homeschool mom. I'm having parent conference meeting. Yeah, that's pretty funny.
My mom was talking to herself. It makes perfect sense.
Yeah, that's good. That's good. I got my kit a couple of weeks ago and have a party next week. I'm going to have to order a new kit. I think because it's almost gone from us using it. Oh, that's awesome. That's awesome. Well, we ate through our kit before I even knew how to use it. So I didn't even read the cans. I just started making stuff, and they actually don't do that anymore. When you come in and be a consultant, the starter cans of salsa, like salsa and chicken salad, they don't do that anymore. They send you the simple plate, and so that's a new thing, and it's good. It's very good stuff. We're excited to see what they come up with. There was something else on my heart I wanted to share, and I can't remember for the life of me what it was.
Oh well.
Must have been a lie.
Must have been something that wasn't that important. We invite you guys all to try the Thrive Life stuff, and to become partners with us in it is easy. So just follow what the web shows you, and if you run into situations, we'll help you figure it out. There's something, I only have gotten tired of having this stuff around, and so I am burning through everything and now really seeing how much I like it.
Yeah.
That's awesome. That's very good.
Yeah.
That's
we
very good.
We use it all the time. We use it to kind of supplement our groceries.
And there's still more cans of it out there.
Yeah, there's a couple cans of it out there, but we use it because like I said, you'll buy all those fresh fruits and vegetables, and he gets paid every 2 weeks. So by the second week, some of it's kind of like sketchy. So that's usually
not the Thrive Life stuff.
No, not the Thrive Life, like the fresh stuff.
Oh, yeah.
So I wind up throwing it out. In fact, I had a science experiment that was growing in the back of the refrigerator the other day. I'm like, good. I didn't even know what this was at one time. So, but we use it like I've said before. We have our grocery budget of like $300 every 2 weeks, and 50 of that goes towards the Thrive Life food, and then the others go towards the stuff that you buy at the grocery store, the toiletries, cleaning supplies, all that kind of stuff.
I know what I was going to say.
There it is.
It came right back. I'm so glad you were talking while we did this. I know some of you don't have it, but we are doing something on Facebook I'm really excited about. We're doing 31 days of Thrive Life. So when you go to the Goin Batty Thrive Life page, I know some of you don't do Facebook, but when you do, I would encourage you guys to check out our Facebook page. Every day, we're going to put up a new Thrive Life item, and we're going to highlight how you can incorporate that into your regular life and the benefits of it. So here's some of the things that we've done already and how we've incorporated those and how we feel like they can be incorporated in. We did blueberries for the first day of August. The whole month of August, we're going to do a different one each day. We've done blueberries. We have done onions, chopped onions. Let's talk about chopped onions for a second.
Hold on a second.
Oh, yeah, go ahead.
Answer a question. Cat lover. said the eggs seem pricey, but you can save it in the refrigerator for a year. No, it sits on the shelf.
You don't need to refrigerate Thrive Life food.
And they will give you the measurement of how much you need to, because I had to use it the other day because our chickens, we had sold all of our eggs to somebody. Our chickens hadn't laid any yet, and I needed an egg to finish the hamburger buns that I was making because it called for an egg in it. And I used that in the egg recipe. That we have a number 10 can, and I've used it for scrambled eggs more than once. I've used it probably 5 or 6 times.
You made a casserole out of it.
I made a casserole out of it. I've used it when I've needed an egg, and we haven't even made a dent in it.
Didn't you use the butter too?
I used the butter the other day too because we ran out of butter. So, and that was in the hamburger buns that I made.
I wouldn't refrigerate it because there's moisture in your refrigerator and it'll get into the can.
It sits on the shelf and it's fine.
Keep it in a clean, dry place.
And like I said, I've maybe used like maybe 1/8 of that can. Probably not even that much. So
that's right.
When it comes to how much is in there, because like it's hard because it's not done per egg or for a dozen eggs. It's done by a serving, and I can't remember how much is in it as the eggs.
Can you find the eggs over there?
The eggs? I don't remember how many servings are in that, but
it's so. A lot. I mean, it's so user friendly. When you run out of something, you don't have to run to the store. It's on the shelf. And you just grab it, and it's easy for us.
There's 103 servings in this. So, and like I said, I may be down to like 1/3.
Yep.
If you look in there, but it was only when it came, it was filled up to that top kind of ring here.
That's right.
So, I mean, I've done probably, I don't know. At least I've done at least probably 16 to maybe 20 servings out of this already.
Absolutely.
So, and I haven't
it's
really,
done great.
Yeah, I haven't even made a dent in it. So
yeah, and it's good for a year. And I'll confirm that on the can. Let's read together. Shelf life. I'm sorry. This is the part where I have to make sure I'm reading the can. The shelf life of this unopened is 7 years. Best if used within 1 year of opening to maintain the value under optimal storage.
Yeah.
So yes, it has whole egg yolks, dried egg whites, and contains eggs. So there you go. Yeah. But it's that kind of stuff that really it's been surprising how easy it's been to use and incorporate into the stuff that we're cooking.
Donna Terry's here! Yay, Donna!
So don't forget, Facebook, 31 Days of Thrive Life Food. We've done chopped onions. We've done sliced strawberries. Today, we highlighted...
The ground beef.
The ground beef, absolutely. And so we just want to keep you guys in the loop. Please subscribe. Please go to our Facebook channel, our Facebook, Thrive Batty. Hit the like button. I'm not having a stroke. I'm just normally like this.
Our Facebook page and look at the Thrive Life that we have on. Is that what you're trying to say?
Goin Batty Thrive Life. It's right there. See, at Goin Batty Thrive Life. I'm not having a stroke. Don't call anybody. This is normal for me. So anyway, but please, we'd love for you to check it out, and we'll be featuring stuff like eggs.
Yes, hand me that can.
Okay.
Yes, it has a nutrition label on each can. So if you look. Right there it is.
Right there.
There's the nutrition label.
And that's on the website too. You can go straight to the website. You can see what's in it, what's on it.
So even before you buy it. So if you're somebody like trucking it up with saying that you have to watch your sugar, you can go and see how much sugar is in it before you ever even purchase it, which I think is smart because,
Susan says thank you.
You do that at the grocery store anyway.
Yep.
So
absolutely.
I'm sorry, my bun is crooked. There we go.
That's funny. She's got a crooked bun. And so there's a lot of pluses to Thrive Life Food, and we're gonna spread the word. We're very excited about it, and we just have enjoyed it thoroughly. So there's our pitch, as weak as it is, for Thrive Life. Hope you guys are trying it out, but. We love this community too. I got to be honest with you. This is just a treat for us.
I'm sorry, I missed something, but I think Sherry from Two Family Homestead put caramel topping on something, and I'm trying to find what it was that she put it on. Like caramel topping, that sounds lovely.
Yeah. Yeah. Cat lover, you'll like the scrambled eggs. I do. I like eggs. I like fresh eggs. And when we ran out of eggs, because our chickens went on strike for some reason, and these eggs did the job. I'm telling you, it was awesome. But you know what's really good? You know what's really good? Everything's better with sausage. And Thrive Life has sausage, and you can rehydrate some sausage and then put them in your scrambled eggs, and then you can use their freeze-dried cheese. It's amazing.
Okay, so what about the salt? I only use sea salt or pink or gray salt. Like it'll say on the label whether it has salt in it or not. Like I know that the beef that I used, it had beef and salt in it. Those were the two things that it had in it. But the green beans, they just have green beans in it. You can add your own salt to it. I think sometimes the meats may have salt in them, but not to the extent of like if you bought a pre-packaged meal and like the amount of salt that's in that.
Virginia, good night. Yeah. Thanks for joining us. Grandma Patty, let me ask you, why are you afraid to try the broccoli and asparagus? Now, it's not going to come back like broccoli you'd get straight. I mean, it doesn't come back like broccoli would. It comes back when you cook it. It tastes really good.
It does. I was skeptical too of the broccoli because I used it the other day in a dish. I made like garden penne pasta, and I thought it was gonna be mushy. We don't like mushy broccoli. That's just bleh. And it wasn't. It actually had a snap to it. So it's kind of like the mushrooms were, where the mushrooms were like they talked about they were slightly cooked, but they weren't, you know, they were good. It was actually really good. So
it still had that pop that, you know, I like my broccoli cooked to the point where it's not mushy, but it has a little bit of a crunch to it, a little bit of a pop. And when she cooks it into her food, it still has that, and I love it. And it's not mushy unless you make it mushy. Not mushy. You can make it mushy. What is your Facebook page? Our Facebook page is at Goin Batty Thrive Life. I'm going to put it up here for all to see. That way you all can enjoy it.
Is that the Thrive Life Facebook page, or is that our Facebook page? That's
the Thrive Life Facebook page. Right. That's the one we're talking about tonight, and we're going to give that out to everybody right there. So go to that and click on it and enjoy. Cat lover.
Oh, Donna Terry said she used the beef sauce that she ordered from us. Did you like it? Because I used mine tonight to make beef stroganoff, and it was awesome.
It was really good.
Yeah.
The beef stroganoff is rocking it. Yeah. Florida Singularity, absolutely. Chicken Sam's. Y'all got me so excited about my Thrive Life pantry. I'm making chicken salad right now. Awesome.
Yes, that
good.
Stuff is good.
Get excited. Yes. This is great food. And you don't, here's the thing, be creative with it. Heather made the initial recipe for chicken salad, and then she amped it with her recipe. She made homemade mayonnaise out of the egg whites.
Whole eggs.
Whole eggs, you know, I don't know how to cook. Then she threw in the extra stuff like broccoli and radishes and all the good stuff that we love. You added that to the chicken salad. It was amazing. And that's the thing about Thrive Life, is you don't have to stay in the boundaries. You can go outside of the boundaries and be creative and enjoy your food and have fun with it again.
Donna Terry said she loved the sauce. Good. That's good. I like it. The other one that is really good is the chicken gravy. That one's really good. We've made one that is a like a mushroom sauce that goes over pasta. That is super fantastic, and the bechamel sauce is good too. I like that one.
Okay, everybody, listen. There is a peanut gallery, so please, peanut gallery, answer this question: can I cook?
No, with help.
Katie's always the gracious one. She's like, you can cook, but you need a lot of help.
If you want
Max is like,
honesty.
no, don't let him in the kitchen. So anyway, thank you for sharing our page. Forgot about the chicken salad. I'm gonna put that. Oh yeah, grapes in that is awesome. I'm burning through my Mountain House ground beef. Have a can of the Thrive Life that I will open next to see the difference. By all means, enjoy. We know you don't know how to cook, Kevin. Key lime pie makes everything better. You're right. Everything good.
I tell you what, that is my most requested dessert that I make. It was actually my mom's recipe.
Heather, do you mean Alfredo sauce from Mountain Mama? She's asking.
Yeah, you can make. Well, it's a bechamel sauce, and then
there's two kinds of sauces, aren't there? There's the brown sauce, and then there's the white sauce. Yeah,
but the bechamel sauce
is up there, Max.
The start of any kind of cheese sauce that you make. You can use bechamel to make macaroni and cheese, and it even tells you, like, on here.
I'll hold it. I got it.
Well, I'm showing it. Like, that's the bechamel, and it has a recipe for Alfredo sauce on the back of the can. Yeah. So we've used that.
There's the chicken gravy.
If you wanted to make like macaroni and cheese, you always start with the bechamel. And then you add the cheese into it. Because I've done that before. This is a lot easier because sometimes cheese seizes up and it gets oily and gross and, everything. So,
Mountain Mama, she makes her own Alfredo sauce.
Oh, well, good. That's good
right.
Because I that's one of those things that I kind of struggle with because I can't sometimes get. I think because I haven't ever made it enough. I haven't made it on a regular basis.
The roux can be tough.
Yeah, it's kind of like pie crust.
Yeah.
Like you have to make it, and biscuits. You have to make them on a regular basis for them to kind of turn out right. Because you got to be in that practice of knowing like what is the right consistency. Now I can make wicked gravy. I'm good at gravy, but
onions on your banana sandwich.
What?
But my foster dad ate peanut butter sandwiches with bananas and onions. Well, I agree. Yeah. But Thrive Life has wonderful
dehydrated onions.
No, not dehydrated. Freeze-dried onion slices. They taste like Funyuns.
I used to eat peanut butter and pickle sandwiches when I was a kid.
It's like one of our people.
I thought they were good.
In our family eating bananas and mayonnaise. Ugh, that's nasty.
I don't understand that a man can't cook. I was raised by my dad, who was a great cook. My hubby cooked before I. Here's the thing. Let's talk about this. I worked in the restaurant business for many, many years as a restaurant manager, and I went through every cooking training program that they had. So I can cook. I just don't cook around here because she is master chef, and the things that I cook are a little bit different than it's what you get in a restaurant, and it's different cooking in your house than it is at a fully equipped restaurant.
Well, and it's also what you grew up with.
It's also what I grew up with.
And how your parents cooked. Because my mom cooked everything from scratch. And so when we met each other, I was making smothered chicken, and I made mashed potatoes with it. And he goes, well, I'll help you make the mashed potatoes. Where are the box? And I thought, I was like, oh, box? What do you mean box? There's no box mashed potatoes. And I had never, I think I had only ever had box mashed potatoes one time in my life, and I think my mom was very, very sick. That's why we had them. But
Coco Noel says, Donna, that brings back a memory. My mom made me a grilled PB&J bacon banana sandwich. And we thought she was cray-cray, but it was good.
You know what's funny is that, though Kevin, I think cooking is not his favorite thing to do. And he's functional at it, I guess. My older
Thanks, babe.
You're welcome. My older brother is a fantastic cook.
He is. He's very good.
My dad, when he set his mind to it, is actually a really good cook. Yeah. I think everybody has their gifts, and
we're still looking to see what mine is.
No, sharing Jesus with people is Kevin's.
I got other gifts.
You do, but that's your big one.
All right, so that's a good one. Space Cat has a question. If the electric is out, can you make Thrive Life, Miss Heather?
Yes, you can, because it's funny because when we had several years ago, we had the remnants of a hurricane go through, and it knocked out our power for 2 weeks, and we had a camp stove in our kitchen. And I wish we would have had this stuff then. I didn't even know about it, but because we threw away so much, because you had to open up the refrigerator to get something out. And so yes, if you don't have any power, if you have a camp cook stove, you can totally do it.
Yep.
So
Mountain Mama, let me address that. Say I got Thrive from Big Family. Will it help you too, and whoever represents it? If you are Big Family's customer, stay Big Family's customer. Don't come over to us. We want you to stay with Big Family Homestead. We
like you that you're here.
Yes. And I don't want to sound like that way either, but we have lines, and that's one of them. So just stay over there with them. They get the credit for it. That's important, and that's what I love.
That was one thing when we started doing this, is that we did not want to take any customers from them. So if you are their customer, please
keep rocking
be their customer.
Yep.
Because, they're our friends and everything. And
okay, so someone brought up the whole Pastor Mayo thing again.
Yes.
The Lord's emulsifier.
Who was that?
It was Coco Noel.
I
am Pastor Mayo to many people. The show. Anyway, no sheep stealing. Great policy. That's important to us. We want to honor our community. You guys are a great community for us, and I know that we...
Well, happy Friday to you too, Flatlander Homestead.
Where are we at? Oh, yeah, there we go. Flatlander
Friday.
Homestead. Hi, Goin Batty. Flatlander yep, there you go.
There you
Awesome. Okay, just asking. I haven't yet. Okay, all right. Isabel Lawrence, please don't misunderstand me. I just think you're great and can do everything. You are good people. Well, thank you. We have a lot of fun, and there's a whole peanut gallery behind the camera right now, and they are just all over it. I mean, there's 4 kids behind the camera right now,
and they're all making faces. They're all like...
I stand strong as a father that is a nervous wreck and doesn't get any sleep. No, I got great kids.
You get plenty of sleep.
My breathing machine gives me plenty of sleep.
I don't get plenty of sleep.
My wife can't sleep a wink.
He sleeps on his side, and then it makes this whistling noise.
Greg.
Okay, so it goes wee, wee, wee when he breathes. Well, I kept having this dream that I was walking around a shopping mall, and I was there with some friends, and someone was yelling for Greg, and I got so irritated because it wouldn't stop that I went into a gun shop and bought a gun in my dream, and I was going to shoot Greg. And I woke up, and then I realized that Greg was actually his breathing machine.
Yeah, watch. Here, everybody, we're going to break tradition here a little bit, and we're spinning it. There's the oldest.
Yep.
Everybody go back to their seats. There's Max. Fresh out of the dirt pile.
Yes.
Excellent. We need to get that boy a haircut.
Yes,
we know.
They all need to get
There's
haircuts.
Miles.
There's
Miles.
Put the gun
and then there is the man, the one and only Jack Trace Batty.
Jack.
I think he just picked his nose on YouTube, so you won't see that anywhere. But there's our team. There's the Goin Batty clan, and that's where we're at. So. Everybody just fell.
The silly
You killed the
This
camera,
is not
Dad.
good.
Best live stream
ever.
ever.
Well,
Donna Terry, I am making dishcloths. That's what I'm working on right now.
I'm gonna quit playing with the camera now. Sorry.
They love
and the fan. Yep, and the fan. Yeah, glad you got to see that. That's what the ceiling looks like. That's our fam. So that's we're blessed, and we are doing our best to raise them up with Christian values and teach them a little bit about school and business and all kinds of things. So here, we get to watch the camera fall.
Yeah.
There it goes. There's the fan.
He's watching it on my phone.
I'm so sorry, you guys. That was so funny. Perfect timing, camera issues. Can I ask for prayers for a dear sweet lady who was put on hospice care earlier this week? She's only 32 years old.
Aww.
Absolutely, you can ask for prayer. We will definitely be praying for her and her family. Kevin, I hope you're not consuming a large amount of salt. I'm going to plead the fifth on that.
I keep telling him he doesn't need to salt it. I already salted it. It's one of those things. One of those things where you're like,
yep.
Taste it before you salt it. Because I did put salt in it.
Yep. And I try not to oversalt things, but every once in a while, it gets me. We will be praying for her, and I don't want to skip over that too quickly. That is a tough time for her family to go through, and our hearts break for them and with them, and we'll be praying for them because that's a big deal. So lots of prayers going out to that family. So we'll pray here at the end, and then we'll incorporate that and make sure that we talk to the Lord about that. If we're asking for prayer, my dad, you bet. Absolutely.
Okay. There was another one here that their uncle was being taken off life support on Monday.
Oh my gosh,
so,
Uncle Cecile.
Yeah.
Cecil, sorry, is getting taken off of life support Monday. Wow, that's brutal, man. Brutal. You bet. We'll be praying for all of those prayer concerns. And again, please come tomorrow morning, 10:30 if you can make it. We're going straight into the Word. We're in Matthew right now. We're going to keep plugging away at Matthew. We're not going to let it up. There's a lot of whispering.
And then they're doing this to each other.
I'm not touching you, but I really
am. They really are touching them.
Oh, yes, guys. We are so grateful that we're with you. Hey, guess what? Our time is about up. The folks from YouTube called and said they want their channel back.
What time is that on the East Coast?
East Coast?
East Coast.
We are on the East Coast. We are on
the same time as
we're
East
on
Coast.
Eastern Standard Time, so it's the same time as yours. 10:30 Eastern Standard Time. You'll have to check your local listings for Central, Mountain, and Pacific because we don't know.
Yeah.
You need to put the netting under the apron to be the 50s style.
Oh, yeah.
I'm doing a Wonder Woman apron.
Oh,
and
yeah.
then a separate 1950s dress.
Yeah.
Don and Terry, knock off the salt, Kevin. Yes, ma'am.
She's got a Wonder Woman, Supergirl, Batgirl apron that she's working on next. So, yeah, it's really cute looking.
Yep. Alma Kitchens, I'm glad you're here. That's the first time. It's the first time I've seen her comment. So, very cool.
No, she's been commenting for a while. You just haven't seen it.
Oh, I'm sorry. Well, Alma, welcome. We're glad you're here. It is.
I don't know.
Say that again.
It's the Hoffman thing still.
I don't think so. Why?
Yeah.
Because I still can't get through to order some.
Okay. All right.
I'll send her a message.
We'll talk about.
Yeah.
Mindy from Hoffman Family Homestead. Look for an email from us coming. We need to ask you a question about ordering some soap. So, check that out. They have a great website. Big Family Homestead sells soap. The Hoffman Family Homestead
she also sells
soap.
She sells candles too. She's got one that's strawberry that
Who?
I want. Mindy Hoffman over at Hoffman Family Homestead.
Yep.
She's got, and she does wreaths too.
What time did we start this thing?
I don't know.
Like 8 o'clock?
Yeah.
It's almost 9:42.
Okay, we need to go. We have to put children in bed, or they're going to turn to pumpkins.
Yeah, absolutely. We've had a great time tonight too, and this is typical of us. We'll get talking and be on YouTube, but YouTube is called they want their channel back, so we're going to give it back to them for a little while. Guys, thanks for joining us. Let me close this up in a little bit of prayer. If praying's not your thing, I understand. But you're welcome to join us, and we'd love you. We'd love to have you be part of that. I'd ask the Peanut Gallery. We're going to pray, so pay attention. Let's close our awesome Friday night freestyle with a word of prayer. Is everybody cool with that?
Okay.
Let's go. Father God, we just thank you so much for the community of believers, homesteaders, preppers, people that have come around us and are just having fun with us tonight. God, I pray for your hand of peace on the families that are hurting tonight, that have people in hospice, that are losing family members that they love. God, it's so hard when you lose someone that you love. It's so hard to find the words to say. And I'll just tell you, God, you've taught us that our presence is the most important thing. We don't need to say anything. We don't need to have the right words. Our presence is enough. And Lord, I just ask that you would watch over these families and the pain that they're going through. Lord, there's a lot of prayer concerns with the folks that have been through here. There's a lot of prayer concerns. And we ask, God, that you would continue to work in their lives and meet their needs. Give them what they need. Not necessarily what they want, but give them what they need. And God, we thank you for the privilege it is to come together in community, to talk about all the different things we talked about. And ultimately, it's about you, Jesus, and we're thankful for that. God, we pray that you'll continue to guide us. Let our lives be an act of worship, God. Let the things that we do glorify you and not ourselves. Keep us safe. Go before us, beside us, and behind us. In your Son's precious name. Amen.
Amen.
All right, check this out. Listen. God has laid out a path for us and for you. He is walking beside us, holding us up all along the way with his awesome righteous right hand. He is going behind us, leaving an incredible legacy. Be encouraged, you guys. We serve a great God. We're going to talk more about Jesus in the morning, 10:30. Don't miss it. We're so glad you came. Have a great night. More updates as we go.
Bye.
Good night. There's my finger.
Here's your finger.
There's my finger right there. I got to find a better way to shut that off. There we go.
Yeah.